today's Squishmallow Hello Kitty one. Right, now that we're sitting comfortably, let's begin. We need to talk about friendships because it's really easy to feel like I can't make friends as an adult. It's also easy to be like, I have to stick with the people that I'm friends with anyway, which is very much not true. And it's definitely something that I thought was true, of like, well, I've been friends with this person for 10 years, so we have to stay friends because like we've just been friends and that's all I've ever known. It's so not true. And I think people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life no matter what happens. And people that are meant to move on will move on. I do believe that there's space for people to come back depending on like why there was a drift in the first place. I believe that people can change and can grow, but it's definitely something that you'd have to like see for yourself and sort of use your intuition. But using your intuition is a whole other topic. So let's stick with friends. I was definitely someone growing up that was like, okay, I need to stay friends with these people because a lot of people from school that you went to school with, they're only friends because they live near you. And as you get older, like, they're not necessarily people that your personalities mesh with or that you're on different life paths, and that's okay. It's okay to like let friendships go because they're not scarce. They're not something you have to be scared that you're never going to make any friends again. If someone is hurting you, it's okay to like let that go. And so basically, I'm bringing this up because, oh my gosh, sorry about that swallow. Like, we're just going to move past that. When I was 22, I burnt out and I started getting seizures, and that was such a crazy life altering experience. And I did lose a few friends during this time because weirdly, like, because of it, a few people that I was like that I thought I was really good friends with were like, I just don't really feel comfortable like being around you because like I don't know what to do, which fair enough, but if you've been friends with someone for like 9 years, then it would be like, well, hey, like, let's have a conversation about it and like I can like talk you through it, because having seizures is not something that I understood until I literally started having them. So I totally understand how like foreign this whole thing would feel and wanting to help someone but being like too scared to ask them. So there's a few instances like this where I was just like, oh, actually that's not very supportive and that's not actually what friendships are, but okay. And then I moved back to sort of near my hometown area. So like Dorset, South Coast, Bournemouth area. It's so nice. And coming back here, coming back here, I went to drama school in London. I came back and I was kind of like rejecting this hometown area a little bit. I was like, oh, I don't know anyone, I'm not friends with anyone, like there's no one down here, there's no one creative, there's no one doing stuff. Could not have been more wrong. There is such a beautiful creative scene, so many different communities, and I really do feel like I'm making those deep, real friendships, which is so nice, and kind of what I was like, I need to talk to you about it. I spent all of last year like manifesting beautiful friendships of people that are aligned and that are creative souls, and just different types of people, different age brackets. I have like people that are in their, I think, like 60s that I'm like friends with from art club. I have people in their very early 20s from the creative scenes. And so I was really holding on to, before this, I was holding on very tightly to friendships that ended up being quite one-sided because I was a bit scared that I wasn't ever going to make any more friends again. And again, it's not true. It's gonna be okay. There's an instance. So basically, I knew that I needed to talk to you about it, like as in make this podcast episode, because on Monday, it's now Thursday, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I could not stop thinking about this friendship breakup that happened. Honestly, like, I feel like we don't talk about how friendship breakups can sometimes be so much harder than actual breakups, because with a normal breakup, I've always been like, it's just a guy. Like, I really don't care. There will be other guys. Not that I don't care, but that it feels sort of easier to get over because you're like, oh, well, breakups just happen. And for some reason, this like foreign concept, it was a foreign concept to think that like friendships could break up as well, which obviously, like, yeah, but it's not really something I'd ever like thought about. So when me and like my actual best friend really fell out from a really deep misunderstanding, and like we were both on such, I suppose, very traumatic times in our lives. So basically, like, where to even start with where I was at this point? I was in a situation where I'd just been asked to move out from my boyfriend's house at the time. And I emergency moved in with my guy best friend in London. And then something like really bad happened between us. So I was moving out again the next day, but it was her birthday. So we stayed overnight in London and it was so beautiful. Like, I was so grateful that she wanted to spend her birthday with me. And I really wanted, like, it was my mission in my head to make it like as special as possible for her, because she'd always said like she'd never enjoyed her birthdays, she'd never liked the birthday period. And I just like, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a really great time. And she'd booked this hotel and she let me stay with her, and it was so beautiful, it was so gorgeous. And I don't know, I feel like it was like a 5-star hotel. I can't even remember what the name of it is, but it was so nice. And it had a spa, it had a gym. We went to the spa and we were talking about how we are gonna live our bougie luxury lives as actors. It's possible. Here we are, lapping it up. Wonderful. So again, at the time, I'm still very ill with seizures, and like my energy levels just were very like not there. I was at this point where if I went outside, I would then be like literally bedbound for like 2 to 3 days, and it would take all of my energy. It's like I can just about get up, eat some food, and then I have to go straight to sleep again. It was very intense. So the plan: spa, food, go out, see her friends, little bit of a gathering, come back, go to sleep, or like at least relax, because she wanted to relax as well. Anyway, so we go out and it's really good, it's beautiful, but we were like, okay, we'll go at 10. Her friends don't show up till after 10, but by that point my social battery, not even my social battery, my literal battery was dead. But I really wanted to like keep it positive because like her friends just arrived, so it's like, okay, I don't have any more functioningness left in me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go stand outside. And so I stood outside for like quite a few hours by the like the smoking area. There's like a heater. Luckily, it was really cold as well, so it was like a little heater. So I just stood under this, just crying from exhaustion. Like, I was just so tired, but I didn't want to ruin at the time, I was like, I don't want to ruin her birthday by like saying I need to go home, because where we're staying in the same room, like I don't want to pull her away from her friends. I want to make sure that she's spending time with her friends and having a really good time. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go just stand in the cold. So I just stood in the cold, sort of like crying, and like the bouncers, bless them, were like checking in on me, and I was like, oh my gosh, so embarrassed, but thank you. Anyway, we end up leaving at like 1 a.m. and it's a very tricky time for her as well, because basically, yeah, there was just some issues where like she'd asked me to make sure that she didn't drink too much, but I thought she was joking. But yeah, she was quite tipsy. I was quite upset, and so I didn't have any energy to sort of help with anything. So I just felt so bad, because like she was really ill and I was like cleaning up and I was just like, I think I was crying at this point as well, from just, again, I'm still so exhausted, and I'm like, I'm really trying, and okay, fine. But we hadn't spoken about the fact of like what the plan was tomorrow, because we were going to speak about it in the night, but unfortunately like things ran over. So yeah, I'm moving house again to somewhere that I actually did not want to move to at all, and it's only because of this like friendship between me and my guy best friend at the time, of him completely violating my boundaries. Very awful. So this like emergency having to move. So I was very on top of being very tired from being outside. I was extremely stressed about this move. So I was like needing to explain that I'm gonna have to go. Anyway, so we didn't manage to speak about it because she was in like a great like pain, I think, from like, I'm not sure why, but like I'm not sure what the cause of it was, but it was sounded like so painful. So I wasn't able to like, we weren't able to talk about it. Anyway, misunderstanding was in the fact that she went downstairs to go to the spa, have a final relax, try and deal with the pain that was happening. And it was so upsetting basically for both of us, really, because as she was in the spa, I got a text saying, you need to come here earlier. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go like now. So then I quickly pack up, go downstairs, try and get into the spa, but my key card isn't letting me in. And there was a staff member there yesterday, but now there isn't. Can't get in. I sit in the gym, which is next to the spa, sit on a bike. I'm like, I'm so stressed about moving. Like, I can't sit on this bike. I'm so uncomfortable. I have to go. Anyway, try calling, try texting. It's not going through. So, I'll leave a note at the front desk. Really sorry, have to go. Thank you so much. Have a really good journey. Whatever. Can't remember what I said. Anyway, off I go. I get a text to basically say that she feels really upset that I've left without saying goodbye. And this makes me feel actually distraught, because I had tried to say goodbye. But I completely understood where she was coming from. So, bawling, start heading on the train back, because I'm like, I didn't abandon you, like, intentionally. Let me come back and, I'll just be late. It doesn't matter. I want to be there for you. Anyway, head back. I'm calling her like a crazy person so many times, because I'm just so... I'm all over the place. I'm moving, like a moving house. It's not a great day. But also I really understood where she was coming from as well. So that's why I was just on the tube, crying my eyes out. People, like, those two people that just handed me a tissue awkwardly as they were leaving their stops, because I was like sobbing. Anyway, I got to the station where I thought she was going to get her train from, but the train station was completely closed. So then I was still calling her like, I've come back to say goodbye. don't know where you are. This is obviously closed, so you've obviously got the coach, so I don't know where the coaches are going from. So I'd gotten like the tube to somewhere, then got an Uber to go to the train station that was closed. So then people on the street are like asking me, am I okay? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like just trying to explain what's going on. And bless, people are like trying to help me because I'm so distressed. And I just felt so bad that I'd like let her down. But at the same time, like there's not much I could have done, like upon reflection, over a year later. I tried my best to make sure that she had a really good time, but I just didn't have anything in me. I've come to realize that my communication should have maybe been a bit stronger in like maybe explaining, hey, my battery's dead. I mean, I did say I'm going to stand outside, and then I did do that, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, both of us had a miscommunication. And then after that, she told me she wanted to take a friendship break because I was clearly in a really bad place. Fair enough. We haven't really spoken since. This was the hardest breakup I've ever experienced, and I have experienced some tough breakups. But the friendship breakup hurts more because you want to take all of the accountability because that's your best friend and you love them with all your heart. I love you so much. But it gets to the point where you realize actually it's not just me that was aiding this miscommunication or the hurt that was caused by this. Like, I'm so deeply sorry that hurt was caused. But it wasn't just me, and I feel like from that circumstance that potentially my circumstances could have been taken into consideration also. But at the same time, I really understand like where she was coming from, of feeling really let down and like, see, exactly, birthdays are horrible times, or like I don't know, whatever the narrative there is. I mean, I'm not her, but I've carried this like deep like shame and like guilt around it for so long. But I'm just really grateful that I had that friendship and that I was able to experience loving that person whilst they were in my life. And oh my gosh, she's not dead, thank goodness. But we're not friends anymore, which is so sad, but it's okay because impermanence is always there. And the only thing permanent in life is change. So things are always going to change. People are going to leave your life, but people are going to come into your life that you didn't know from before. And it might be beautiful. It might be a new experience. It's going to be different. It's not going to be the same. But it's going to be different. And different is exciting. Different is new. And different is valid. And so the point of today was just to kind of get it all out of like, friendship breakups suck. And it is a real grief to go through. But allow new friendships to come into your life. Allow the self-healing and the self-love to go and fetch parts of yourself that need bringing into the present if they've been stuck in difficult places. That's what I've been doing in my therapy, CPTSD, non-epileptic attack disorder seizures healing journey. Not specifically for that friendship, but just with the big events. You have to go back and be like, hey, I love you so much. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Come with me. That's like the quick rundown of it. And so now I feel like I have a solid friendship groups, which is so good. I'm very excited about what's to come and cultivating and watering these new friendships and these seeds as they blossom into flowers, as they blossom, and to keep watering the friendships that I do have from 10 years ago, from 15 years ago, from 3 years ago. I just look around now at my life and I see so many beautiful souls and so many beautiful faces that I love, that I know love me too. And I just feel really grateful for friendship this week. Yes, to friends. Tag your friends. Send this to your friends. Tell them that you love them. Tell your friends that you love them, because that is an underrated thing to do. I'm seeing my friend tomorrow for her birthday. I'm going to Hailing Island. Yes. I used to live there. It's a beautiful place. If you've never heard of it, now you know. My ankle keeps cracking. Ow. And I'm really excited to see her. I haven't seen her in so long. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great. This is the Healing for Artists podcast. If you like these types of yaps, I'm going to do more of them. My name's Helena Yasmin. Music, acting, choreography, actor life, artist life, visual artist. That's all the tags. I have nothing else to offer other than that. Other than an artist that's healing from a lot of trauma. We seem to be coming out the other side though, so thank you. Thank you. What do you want to see more of? We covered friendships. We can cover a whole lot of other things. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I love you so much. See you next time.